I have walked away from sellers who are wanting to price too high, honestly, because you want to make sure that your expectations align, and I think by providing data, people can make educated decisions, based on where they see the probability of sale.
Hi, this is Dave Steinberg and the Mortgage is Made Easy podcast. We're sitting with Chelsea McFarland. Chelsea is a realtor out of Spokane, Washington. And I just love her to death because she has so much can do attitude and she brings so much of her personality and her smarts to every interaction. We've been talking about strategies for selling your home. And you have some unique takes on it. Let me start with a simple question. If I were selling my home in Spokane, why would I call you? Why wouldn't I do it?
So doing it yourself is, obviously one option, for sure. Most sellers that are looking around their neighborhood, they see what their neighbor got. Everyone always thinks their house is better than their neighbors, and they price accordingly. As a real estate agent, normally the general consensus is you look around at comps, which is sort of a level one of what I would recommend. For my clients, what I do is I take the information, put it into the MLS, and use some back-end analytics that we have access to. A new one I'm really excited about is a price analysis tool where we put the information in about your home and things like the grid, how many bedrooms and bathrooms, lot size, the important indicators of what someone might be searching for to find your home. And then we'll put in a price, let's say the dream price of the seller, right? So you put the dream price in and you see there are 523 active buyers in the MLS who would be seeing your home. And in my opinion, the best way to get the best price for your home is to get the maximum exposure. So beyond having perfect photos, video, the marketing side of it, you also want to make sure you're reaching the maximum number of eyeballs, right? You want to have the maximum number of people to potentially get that multiple offer scenario, which we are still getting here. I just had a listing a couple days ago that went live. And even in this market, we had 7 offers in a weekend, which is using the price analytics tool in addition to the other sort of back end tactics I use. I'm definitely a fan of technology. So any information I can use to help my seller is what I bring to the table. So we were able to price based on where the highest number of exposure was within, a $20,000 range, and then ended up going 25,000 over where we started. So using that tool to make sure you're hitting the market as big as you can, as best as you can, I think is the easiest way to get the highest yield for your seller.
Yeah, but Chelsea, my neighbor just sold at 380 and I have a better house. I want to go in at 425. What's wrong with that strategy?
I have walked away from sellers who are wanting to price too high, honestly, because you want to make sure that your expectations align, and I think by providing data, people can make educated decisions, based on where they see the probability of sale, where they can see if even $1,000 higher or lower, you could be losing hundreds of buyers. And when you show them that, if we price it literally $1,000 this way, you're going to lose 273 buyers. Most people are going to, consider that because those aren't just buyers. That's active buyers looking in the Spokane MLS with a realtor who would get an email update. That is your market, that is your buyer. So paying attention to those numbers, I find just so fascinating and really impactful.
And then why do I need a realtor altogether after I could just sell it myself? As you said, this is a seller's market. I could probably sell my house myself. Why should I hire you?
Yeah, it's a great question. For sale by owners, generally feel like they're overpaying for a service. And it's your job as the realtor to show them where your value is, you know. So if someone is looking to just, actually, I have a for sale by owner guy. He's a military guy, super great. I helped him move as a buyer into this home. He's moved with the military 3 times now, sold his own house, and has come to me with this sort of idea. He's like, Chelsea, I loved working with you as a buyer's agent. It's nothing against you personal. I've always sold the house myself, right? And so he said, but in this new market, you know, as it's starting to shift, I am concerned that maybe I'm out of my depth here. And in my mind, going for sale by owner is sort of like a soft launch of a store, right? And the only way, like I mentioned before, with, you know, making sure the first day on the market, you're getting the most eyeballs so you get multiple offers and drive that price up. With a soft launch, you're never going to get the maximum eyeballs, right? You're just sort of eking out and hoping someone gives you the best price rather than coming in with a full marketing package, blasting to, you know, the entire world, and also getting into the MLS active buyers that agents have been helping, you know, search for years potentially for your home. So if you don't scream it from the rooftops right from the very first day, you're really shooting yourself in the foot in terms of the maximum potential you can get for price.
Yep. Okay, Erin, we're going to do a 30-second aside, and then she's going to pick up. By the way, the other stat that you might want to mention right here is that when it says for sale by owner, on average, they get less money, and that more than covers your fee. What else? Why else should I have a realtor help?
Well, there is a stat also that shows that people who go for sale by owner do end up netting significantly less than when they list with a realtor. And that is for a variety of reasons. But honestly, I think it's a psychology where people think, oh, they don't have a realtor, I'm going to lowball them. And then you end up working with someone who thinks you're saving all this money on realtors, they're going to get a good deal. So you end up, you know, really doing yourself a disservice on any way you split it, coming back to the for sale by owner.
Yeah. And then do you offer other services besides pricing? What makes you special?
So my background prior to real estate is marketing. So my whole marketing package for sellers is really top tier. I work with, you know, I thought when I became a realtor, I was going to do it all myself because I'm like, oh, I can shoot the video, I can edit the video, you know, that's my background. But it's put me in more of a director seat, finding the best marketing tools, and also having a team that does really top end stuff. So that's, you know, been my focus, is really making your property shine.
So if you live in Spokane, or if you live in nearby Idaho, my advice to you is, if you're thinking about selling your home, call Chelsea, because I know hundreds of realtors around the country, and Chelsea's one of the best. So really, you can't do better than working with Chelsea.
I appreciate that. Thank you, David.